All right, so this is going to be my part 2 on my trying to conceive VSG story. This kind of goes more into my Mounjaro journey. So after I had my daughter, I, gained a bunch of weight, and I just, for a while, it didn't bother me. I've never been bullied about my weight. I've never really had anybody say, "Oh, you're fat," or anything like that. So I think if I had, it probably would have hit me sooner, that it was something that I needed to take care of. So I had the weight loss surgery, but I was reading, or I heard, it might have been a video that I was listening to, where they say that the hunger hormone in your stomach can be located anywhere in your stomach. So taking out, like, the, vertical sleeve gastrectomy that I had, it's taking out a part of your stomach, but it doesn't actually mean that it's getting rid of the ghrelin hormone. So you could still, be just as hungry as you were after the surgery, before the surgery. So I had the VSG done, and I was fine for the first, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. Like I said, I got down to 198. And I was down to, I still have it in my closet because I'm hoping I can get back down there again. But I was down to a medium in pajamas. I don't really remember the size of clothes. But also a lot of the problem was I lost the weight, and I was working in a hospital doing patient registration, and I would often have to go up to the floors to have patients sign paperwork. So I was moving around a lot when I was working at the hospital. But then I got a remote position where I was working from home, so I wasn't forced to walk around and do activities. So I was sedentary, and honestly, at the beginning, it didn't click to me that I needed to be up and moving around. I was working, and I've had insomnia for many years. So I was working a lot of overnights. Like when I started working remotely, the manager that I had at the time didn't really care what hours you worked as long as you got your 40 hours in. So I would work a lot of like 8 p.m. to 3-4 in the morning, and then sleep all day. So you can't, I would wake up in time to start working again, and you can't go out for a walk at night at, 8 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, because it's dark. So, I realized after a while that I was putting on some weight. And then I decided that I was going to have a baby. I didn't have a boyfriend. I didn't have anybody, that I wanted to co-parent with. So I decided that I was going to do it by myself. I had done a lot of research, watched YouTube videos. So I started looking at sperm banks, and a lot of the sperm banks that I found were very expensive. I actually just came across a screenshot that I took when I was looking again a couple years ago to have a second child, and it was like $1,800 just for one vial, which is like this big, and there's like there's like not even a couple cc's, like a couple units of liquid in there. It's not a lot at all for $1,800. So it's very expensive, but I did find I'm located in Connecticut, so I did find a sperm bank in Massachusetts that is what I used. The sperm bank that I used had the option of open ID, but I was looking for, I'm 100% French Canadian, so I wanted my daughter to be 100% French Canadian too. I don't know. It was my thinking at the time. Now it doesn't really bother me, you know, either way, but I wanted my daughter to be French Canadian also, 100%. So that's the one donor that I found that was French Canadian, or at least he says he is. And that one was an anonymous donor. So I wish that I had known then and done more research on anonymous donors, because, I mean, yes, you know, as she gets older, she'll be able to do a DNA test and might be able to find her donor or find more siblings that she has. You know, not everybody registers on the donor sibling registry, so maybe she'll find more donors, siblings, and, you know, I would encourage her to find her donor if that's something that she wants to do. She knows that she doesn't have a dad, that she has a donor, but she's seen pictures of her siblings. I'm friends with her donor sibling parents on Facebook, and she's seen, you know, pictures of her donor siblings. She's the oldest of the ones that I'm friends with on Facebook. She's the oldest by I think a couple months. She's got 2 sisters and a brother, I think, that I found. Yeah, I think 2 sisters and a brother. So I just wish that I had been more prepared about anonymous donation. I mean, I wouldn't trade her for the world. She's my mini-me. I love her very much. I wouldn't trade her for the world. I just wish that I had been a little bit more prepared for anonymous donor and what that may take for her, you know, as she gets older. Because I don't want her to feel bad about the fact that she doesn't have a dad. So, but anyways, I've gone off topic. So where was I? Oh, right. Okay, so after I had her, I was 265. At that point, my highest weight was 272. Well, before my surgery, it was 272. So I was at 265 after I had her. Like I said, I was not sleeping right. I was not eating right. It was very unhealthy. I was eating a lot of fast food and easy things. I wasn't making food. So I finally decided that it was time to do something about my weight. I was recommended to a weight loss clinic, and that's where I started with the Mounjaro. I am on week 25, did my shot this morning, so we will see how well this goes. All right, thank you.